Hey guys, welcome back to another Draft to Glory episode with the Kansas City Royals, and I'm hopeful that it's finally time, but we are going to need to figure out a way to get some improved offense out of our lineup. Maybe we change our style of offense. Maybe we go more sabermetric. Maybe we go more small ball. I don't know. But our pitching staff is pretty solid. I think we have the best rotation in the game in reality. We just need some offense. We need some offense in order to kind of get to that next step. We got a couple, Diego Munoz is our big bat, 25 years old now. Bobby Witt took a significant step backwards last season. So yeah, we don't have a lot of offense to kind of get things done. So we'll see. Maybe there'll be somebody in the Rule 5. Maybe there will be somebody who takes a significant step forward with his development. Right now, though, we are into arbitration. I did just offer Max Meyer a 3-year, $4.5 total $1 million contract, $1.5 per year. We do actually have a little bit of money. Don't forget, we traded Pasquantino along with we traded Pasquantino for cash last year. So we have $14 million right now. I would like to bring back Nick Pratto, I think. I mean, if Pratto doesn't come back, do we have anybody who can really replace him? I mean, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, Aiden Miller's just not ready yet. He's getting there. Oh, maybe he is. And we've got do we have anybody that is going to be, whose contracts are going to be up after next season that we absolutely want to bring back? I guess that should be, because we don't have any money after next season. So we're looking at Melendez, for example. So if we don't re-sign Pratto, if we do re-sign Pratto, we probably lose Melendez, is probably what this means. So it comes down to, do we want Melendez or do we want Pratto? I think Melendez being the leader, I think we let Pratto walk. And that's the decision we make. Yeah, so let's sign the rest of our players. Sarantola wants 1.1. I wonder if we'll get any. We should get some fan interest from some of these guys. He's not interested in discussing, but I don't want to lose him just yet. So let's offer him 1.850. Plesac. I think we'll let Plesac walk. I think we can make up his fan interest in the Rule 5. Cantorino wasn't particularly good, but he's cheap. Jose Ferrer at 4. Yeah, I mean, is he interested in talking? Yeah, at least this year he'll talk to us. Last year he wasn't willing to talk to us after in arbitration. Henderson wants 1.3. We'll give him 1.25. Kerdna, was he out all of last year? Oh, yeah, he's still out. Yeah, let's sign him. He's only 25. Will he take 3? He will. All right. And we got Will Klein at 2.2. And we got Carter Jensen at 2.6. He's not interested in discussing. Miguel Garcia will let walk. Tyler Gentry actually wasn't terrible last year, and he gives us a fourth outfielder, which I think we need. Other than that, there's not a whole lot we can do. So let's sim ahead. We had to sign a new trainer. The GOAT, Rick Jameson, retired, so we needed a new trainer. All right. All these players that are going to sign, but I don't think any of them are going to give us any sort of fan interest increase. So we'll just sort of have to. So we're 52? Yeah. which I mean is better than where we've been to kind of start things. Most years, usually we're in the 40s. I do want to do this though. 92 players. All right, let's see how many of those players are not interested in coming back. All right, so we get the Gold Gloves. Diego Guzman wins the Gold Glove at second base. He doesn't win Rookie of the Year. There is a problem. I am recording. I do have audio. Yes. It's actually quite loud. I don't know why it's so loud. Oh, I know why it's loud. Because it's recording off of my computer. This is gonna... Hang on, guys. Test. All right, that's a little better. I didn't have my microphone plugged in because I'm a dummy. Will Klein, we get a fan interest bump for him. So that puts us, to 53? Yeah, we get a 1-point bump for Will Klein. Who didn't finish in the top 3 in reliever of the year. Freddie Fermin is on his way out. Guzman wins Silver Slugger at second. Guzman wins Rookie of the Year. No surprise there. He didn't sweep Alberto Hernandez. Okay. Wow. It's pretty good. But I'll take my Guzman and his 5.5 WAR as a rookie. Manager of the Year, Alex Pedrosa of Houston, and Chris Edgell wins the Cy Young Award. We had 1 and 4. Edgell wins 13-9 at 2.39 ERA in his first full season, so that is nice. And the MVP is Ryan Clifford of the Astros. Hit 62 home runs. We had Chris Edgell finish in the top 10. All right. So, yeah, I mean, our pitching staff is set. I think what we'll do is use the Rule 5 to try to find a bat or two, and then maybe find ourselves a popular player in the Rule 5. All right, so we win and we win. All right, so we won the arbitration cases for both Fleming and Jensen. International, let's see if there are any studs here that we can't sign. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I will say we've gotten pretty lucky. There haven't been a lot of really high-end talent. There hasn't been a lot of really high-end talent in the international free agency pool. So we just got to get to the next month so that we can do... Oh, we got Kurdna on the IL. We'll get to December so that I can do international free agents. And I only have a handful of names on here. I'm going after Ballesteros. Like, there's no reason to go after anybody else. There are a couple of other, decent pitchers in here, but Ballesteros is the name I'm going after, so I'm just going to lean heavily into that. Let's get up to the Rule 5. So hopefully there's a bat. And, my assumption is that there will be... Okay, so Guzman needs to go on the 40-man. My assumption is that there will be plenty of pitchers to take. Madugno... Anybody going to take him? Somebody might. Madugno and Caminiti. Nye, Maltman. Oof. We're going to have to start making some decisions here. I think some of these decisions are pretty easy actually. There's 2 right there. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody took Antonio Anderson. Like, if I was a contending team and I just needed a backup middle infielder or something. Picked up Lastris last year. I mean, these guys are basically the same player. Tresh maybe with a little bit more power. Cruz I need to keep just because of his defense. We just have a lot of catchers. We have a lot of catchers in our system because throwing a lot of crap at the wall, so to speak, you know, hoping that something would stick. And then Blake Hunt, who's obviously going to be out there. So, yeah, I just think we have too many catchers. And I mean, I could probably DFA Fleming. I can't imagine anyone's going to take him. All right, so that gives us 3 names or 3 players, 3 spots, I guess. So let's just get going here. All right. Batting potential. What do we got? We got Tony Blanco. He was on the Rule 5 last year. Got some pop. Christian Vaquero. Doesn't look bad. Vaquero might not be a bad pick. I mean, Blanco would be nice, but we have a handful already of those low batting average. I'm kind of leaning towards Vaquero just because of the defense. Center field defense or just outfield defense in general is something we've struggled with. Sal Stewart. I think we go Sal Stewart. Take Stewart, and then I think Vaquero's probably there with the next pick. Would be my guess. Yep. Cool. All right, let's go to pitchers. Customize. Popularity. What do we got? 27-year-old lefty who's extremely popular. Pitched for the Red Sox. Yeah, I can take Hurston. Well, he's ours. I'm going, why is he on here? Yeah, it's because he's our draft pick. Oh, Anderson Espino. God, he's still around, huh? $65, $50, $35. That stamina's rough. He's got some pretty extreme splits. I'll take Crowell. Increases noticeably. So it puts us up to 55. I don't think we can take anybody else. We're at 40, right? Yeah. All right, so who can we take off? Tawa, maybe? I think Tawa, because we just picked up the other center fielder. Take Espinoza, just hope he gets hurt. Luis Quinones. Maybe we take him because he's already injured. We could put him on the 60-day and... Chris Clark. Take Espinoza. Stuff, movement, control. 65, 50, 35. Ground ball pitcher, sure. Significantly. So we go from a 55 to a 60. All right, cool. So we'll manipulate the the Rule 5 here a little bit. But I think that helps us as we now have Darvin Cruz, who can't really hit, but we now have 3. We've got a 60 and 2 65s in the outfield, which is better than we've had really since the beginning. I guess we should also just quickly look and see if there is Save and continue. If there are any batters... He was available last year, too. He had an okay season. 8.4 zone rating in AAA. Do we take the 33-year-old Fukushima? I mean, 70 OPS plus in... No, we only have 35 contact. I think we're good the way we are. I think we are good. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's complete the draft. All right. Spencer Torkelson, taken from Cincinnati to Oakland. Junksy Noel. John Kenzie Noel, excuse me. Sal Stewart, I think it's a good pick. I don't know where he's going to play, but we'll find a home for him. Let's get to next month. I think we're close. A lot of players. Cool. Diaz, we need to find a home for him. He was not great last year, but, I mean, he's not a starter, but 55, 50, 65, 3+ pitches. I mean, we got to find a home for him. Let's get to next month so we can run training again. Okay, they didn't like the fact that we gave up Zach Plesac. We're down to a 57. And there's not a whole lot we can do because we're already through the Rule 5, so this is where we're gonna be. But we should get another salary or budget bump once we hit preseason, just because fans are a little bit more interested than they were previously. So we'll be going heavy into Ballesteros. And then maybe we can trade some money for some IAFA and go after someone like Gallardo. High work ethic, 3 potential, plus pitches, 75 movement, 75 control. Only wants $550K. I have a feeling it's going to take most of our money to sign the outfielder. All right, so we are in international amateurs. We're going to go right after Ballesteros. We have 5.7. So let's offer him 5. And then the pitcher, Gallardo, wants 550. Ooh, Apodaca. High work ethic. Yeah, let's see if Gallardo will take 700. That's what we have left. And then we'll go a day at a time until we get answers. Yep. All right, so we're going to have to now go into international amateurs. We're going to have to pending offers. We're going to have to remove from him. We're going to have to come to Ballesteros. We're going to have to offer him a contract. We're going to have to offer him 5.7. All right. Which isn't what I wanted to do, but I had a feeling that's probably what was going to happen. Hopefully Gallardo is still there. He is. We get Ballesteros. We get our guy. God, I hope he can maintain. We get a trade offer that we can't do anything with. Do we have anybody that we want to trade? Ferrer is well known. I bet we could trade him. Anybody who's not going to be on the big league roster that's making money. Luka Trash, maybe? See if anybody wants to give us some cash for Luka Trash or some IAFA money or something. Let's remove. Yeah, they want a lot. No, what about just regular cash? problem is it hasn't changed. Like from 5 million down to 2.5. It hasn't really changed at all. Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna worry about it. We got our guy. We got Ballesteros. That's the one that we really wanted. High work ethic. Hopefully the ratings maintain, and we'll just sort of see how it goes. So I'm now going to sim up to the beginning of the regular season. We'll set the roster, and then I will start simming. So I will be right back. All right, we're back. It is opening day, and it's actually the next day. I had to go do some stuff. So I'm back. It's opening day, or almost opening day, and we have to set our roster, and then I will get to the simming portion of the event. We have 40 players on our roster, which isn't a surprise given our 40 man has been full for significantly full for the better part of half a decade now. We have 21 pitchers. We got to get it down to 13? So Nye, Lucas. A lot of good pitchers. Got a lot of good pitchers. Espinoza is, he's injured, so that'll be nice. Let's just go slap him on the 60 day with a day-to-day injury. I'm down with that. These two guys. So we're at 18. We still got to send 5 pitchers to the minor leagues. Oof. Caminiti is not really a pitcher anymore, but his bat isn't ready for the majors, so we will send him to AAA. Cantorino has to clear waivers. That's fine. 16. 3 more have to go down. I still like Lane Henderson. I know he's only got a 40 rating, but I love I like the ground ball tendency. 4+ pitches, good movement, good stuff. You can get away with that control if you've got a decent infield, because presumably he will get some double play ground balls. Oh, Austin Charles is another one we can go down. So I'm going to send 2 more down. Does Ben Hernandez get the boot again? I think he does. Ooh. I wonder if he gets claimed. Let's talk to Colorado, I guess. Yeah, they're not really interested. Yeah. So we're just going to have to DFA and hope that nobody takes him. I think Kurdna probably should go down just because he's been injured, and that'll give him a chance to work on... Well, not work on his stuff. His stuff doesn't necessarily need to be worked on, but he hasn't pitched in over a year. So go to AAA and get some work. All right, so I think this is our rotation. Edgel, Quaystad, Little, Sarantola, and Brooks. I think that's the way we're going to go here. If we set our bullpen, it wants Klein as the closer, which is fine. 3 straight seasons of at least 30 saves. Mendieta is really good. Man, I wish if the stamina was a 35, we might try him as a starter, but see how he does this year. He might might move him into a stopper role. Mendez, he's been really good the last 2 years. So Mendieta and Mendez as our setup man is fine. Crowell was a Rule 5 guy. Yeah, he's a good lefty specialist. Farrer will be our long relief. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Extreme ground ball used more often. I mean, he wasn't particularly good in spring training. Let's just use normal usage and see how that goes. All right, so we have 32, so we got to get it down to 26. So 6 players have to go down. Guzman, Sugestay, Tresh. Tresh can't go down. So is anybody interested in Luca Tresh now? Or am I going to have to just DFA and hope that nobody takes him? Let's try the Cubs. $2 million. Yeah. Oh, Magana. 7th round pick. High workout. We have so many catchers in our system. So let's do this. Let's go there. Let's find Magana. Let's add him. That's not what I wanted to do. Magana. And 3 million? Wow, okay. I guess we aim high then. Magana, and let's try 7.5 right off the bat. Wow, okay, so we can get a lot of money from the Cubs here. Yep, so Castro. What if we do 10 million? Castro's still there. 15? No Castro at 15. What about 13.5? No Castro at 13.5. What about 12.5? What do we got here? Angel Lopez. Sure. Or Ruiz. No, we'll go Lopez. We got enough pitching. Cool. So Luca Tresh, Luis Mangana, and Angel Lopez to the Cubs for $12.5 million. I'll certainly take that. All right, so we're 29. We can get down to 26. So Maltman, Madugno can both go to AAA. And we got to send one more player down. So Vaquero. I think it's got to be Cruz. Yeah. And Cruz is... Now that we've got Mercedes and Vaquero, I think we're good there. I mean, our offense is still going to be terrible. But I'm hopeful that the pitching staff will be good enough to cover it, I guess. So Guzman will bat fourth. We'll bat fourth. Bobby Witt will bat third. Oof, we don't have a single player on our team who has above a 45 avoid K. Melendez, I guess, will bat leadoff. I don't want him in right, though. I kind of don't want him in the field at all. But he has to be in the field in order for us to get Max Muncy out there. Muncy bats second at DH. Carter Jensen at first. Mercedes and Vaquero. So 65, 60, 60. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think that means Vaquero in center and Mercedes in right. And let's do that because I think Muncy's probably going to be a bit better, or should in theory be a bit better run producer than Mercedes. Mercedes should in theory get on base a tad bit more. He's got the 55 contact versus 50. Yeah, Blake Hunt and Itai Goldner. So once Lastris, we're going to do Lastris every third game. Sal Stewart. Okay, I'm fine. That works. Gentry every third game. Coleman RS every third game. Yeah, I mean,
He's passable as the backup shortstop, so that's fine. Let's copy the lineup, paste the lineup, and make the changes we need to make. Sal Stewart needs to be out there against lefties. Maybe Carter Jensen is fine against lefties, but Sal Stewart's better, so we're going to do that. Stick him at first. Wanted to see if Melendez had any infield ratings. Usually those catchers can play first base, right? You get those backup catchers who also have a first baseman's mitt. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be another rough season offensively. The positive side, well, I don't even want to say the positive. We got Aiden Miller, who's getting there. I think he can start in AAA. He is probably up next season. I don't know where he's going to play. Maybe left field, 50, 50, 60. And he can already hit lefties. So he may be up this year, honestly. Charles is a two-way player. Doesn't really have the chops. Maltman, he's a decent third base prospect. He could end up at third base. Maybe we move Bobby Witt's a better defensive player. So maybe we make Maltman our starting first baseman next year. In fact, let's get him some time at first base right now. Force him at first base. And have Witt at third, Maltman at first. Madugno. Let's get him some time out and left. Yeah, I mean the bat. If the bat develops, he'll be a decent. All three of those guys, Maltman, Miller, and Madugno, could all potentially help us next season offensively. Beyond that, we don't have much. Antonio Anderson might not be a bad second baseman. In fact, let's make that happen now. Get him some time at second base. The bat looks all right, I guess. Batanti. Call him up to Double A. But yeah, we don't have a lot going on here. Jake Swan has got a decent bat at catcher. Cook was our top pick a year ago. He had a $159, so that's not good. Yeah, so I mean, offensively we're not great, and that continues to be. It continues. Pedro Roque to 55. We can call him up. Let's go ahead and disable. Call him up there. Lopez, meh. Yeah, we really gotta hope that at least Ballesteros, who was our guy this past season. But, at 17, he's years away. And Solorio was last year. So those are the two big, players on the horizon. But who the hell knows? All right. So let's get to opening day and see where it says we will end up. My hope is that our pitching staff can overcome the offense. I'm not incredibly optimistic that that's going to be the case. But we will see. Season expectations, close to an even record. Top prospects, Ballesteros is 5th. So we got one in the top 10. Where does it think we are going to end up? 92 and 70. Okay. I mean, if we end up 92 and 70, I will take it. Yeah, no offensive players here. That's not a surprise. But we do have Quaystad, Little, and Edgel all listed here. And yeah, it's time to sim. So I will be back on draft day. Just keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully we are in the race. So I'll see you on July 11th. All right, we're back. It is draft day, and you can see your Royals, 48 and 40 in first place. And it's actually been, sorry as I bang into my desk. It's actually been, we were 6 games up. It's been a weird year. If you look at our record, we started at 8 and 15 in April, and then we went 20 and 7 in May, and this is where it got weird. We started June 3 and 8, finished the month 13-4, have gone 4-6 here in July. It's been very, very up and down. Our offense, while it's 13th, has been better than I thought, and our pitching staff has been worse than I would have thought. All in all, it leads to a 48-40 record. We're 2.5 games up on the Twins. And we've got some good stuff brewing in the minors as well. So if we just look at our team stats, Edgel, Quaystad, Total, Little have all been fine. Little hasn't been great. Edgel, Quaystad, and Sarantola have all been good. Murphy Brooks has been not great. He's our 5th starter, so I'm not terribly worried about it. Our bullpen has been just okay. Klein, an ERA of 3, has got 25 saves already. Mendieta and Mendez haven't been particularly good. Ferrer's been bad. Kroll was a Rule 5 guy. He hasn't been good. Bullpen has just been okay. Bullpen, actually, it's been less than okay. It's been below average. Pitching staff has been just all right. Offensively, we've had some good things happen. Bobby Witt is having a nice bounce-back season, on pace for 4 wins. If you can give us that every year, I'll take it. I mean, it's still not great, $35 million, but if you can give us an 800 OPS, it's fine. Diego Guzman, the average is down. He hit 264 a year ago, but the power is still there. 31 home runs, still on pace for over 3 walks. He's good defensively. Yasser Mercedes having a nice second season. A lot of times those Rule 5 guys might have a good first year, and then the second year, I was going to say that second year is sometimes a lot worse, and in this case it looks like it is, but he's been fine. We called up Darvin Cruz because of injury, and he's raking right now. I mean, I don't suspect that will last, but Itai Goldner, and he's not good with the bat, but he's good with the glove, so that's fine. Carter Jensen having an okay year. Max Muncy having a nice season for us, 765 OPS, and then it gets bad beyond that. Hunt, Colmenares, Lastres, Stewart, Melendez, and Gentry have all been bad. So yeah, this will be the last year for MJ Melendez, and I'm going to kind of show you why here. You look at some of our minor league players. Cam Caminity's up to a 60 overall left fielder. Bat's still not quite there, but it's almost as good as Melendez already. Maltman coming along really nicely as a first baseman. He's not going to hit he might hit 15 home runs if that power fully develops, but even if he's just a leadoff guy for us, we don't have anybody on our team who's got this 55 and 80 I and avoid K. So if he can continue to develop that, he could be our leadoff hitter next year. This guy, Chris Escobar, he came out of nowhere. His ratings have started to increase little by little, so it kind of went under the radar a little bit because, not huge bumps, but he's gone from a 20 up to a 50. We drafted him in the 5th round in 2026. He's good defensively, and he's already better with the bat than, especially against left-handers. And he's up next season as our starting center fielder, hands down. Aiden Miller is hitting the ball pretty well, and he's really good against lefties too. So I don't know how long, and these guys are already 25 and 26. I mean, it might make sense to just call them up now, given where we are and kind of what we're trying to do here. We're in 48 and 40. Madugno's been all right, not great, but he's still a little bit behind. We've got Pedro Roque. He's got 33 home runs in 77 games in high A ball. I think it's time we call him up to Double A. So we do have some bats that are close. In fact, I think it might be time. So what do we want to do here? I think Darvin Cruz can probably go down, even though he's hitting. He can probably go down, and we will call up Escobar, and we will stick him in the lineup right away at center field. He will be our everyday starting center fielder. He's got a pretty damn good bat against lefties already. In fact, leadoff potential against lefties. He already has 55 I, 60 avoid K against lefties, so he's immediately our leadoff hitter against lefties. Melendez can bat down in the lineup. Maltman is going to stay where he is. Aiden Miller. What do I want to do with Aiden Miller? It's time, right? I mean, the bat's good enough. It's better than a lot of what we're sending out there. So my concern, he's very popular. I think we do this. Do that, and then... Ooh, okay, so... Muncy to left. 50, 50, 60. Actually, it might make more sense to put Aiden Miller in left. 50, 50, 60. $55.35. Do we just go Escobar as our leadoff hitter? $50.60. Yeah, Chris Escobar is our new leadoff hitter. We'll bat Miller 7th against righties, and then against lefties, I think we move him up to the 2-hole. So we're making some changes, guys. It's time to lean into the youth movement a little bit. Chris Escobar, Aiden Miller, they're both in their mid-20s. It's time. Next season, we've got Maltman on the way up. And damn, our fan interest down to a 56. I don't know what we need to do. Our fans are fickle. Our fans are fickle. But at any rate, we got the draft. So we are... Why am I in commissioner mode? Where are we picking? 13th. All right, let's go ahead and start the draft. Batting potential. What do we got? It's the wrong way. Okay. We got Tim McLean. He looks like he could be a pretty damn good shortstop, and that is something we are in desperate need of. That might be the easy selection. And there might be a, and we're gonna plug him in there. I mean, he's probably what, 2 years away, realistically. What about? Let's just look at pitchers. And that changeup, I don't know if the changeup. He's 21 years. Yeah, I mean he's a little underdeveloped for a 21-year-old. If the control was a 40, I'd probably take him. But we need that shortstop. So I think I'm not even really gonna think about it. If I think too much about it, I'm gonna backtrack. We're gonna take Tim McLean, shortstop. Hell, he's not really a shortstop though. That arm is a second base arm. Who do they think we should take? Saucedo. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. All right. Juan Paz Dr. Evil is his nickname. That's phenomenal. 21 years old. I mean, all of the attributes you look for out of a starting pitcher, right? High loyalty, adaptability, work ethic, and intelligence. I mean, a lot of pitchers in this draft. Maybe someone like Mike Oswald is there with the next pick. I think we got to go with the bat. Let me know what you guys think I should have done. Should I have gone with Paz, or is Tim McLean the right pick? I think McLean is a great bat. Obviously, we'll see if he can play short. I don't know if the arm's going to allow it, but we will see. We're going to draft Tim McLean with our pick. And let's move on to the next pick, and let's see who's there for pitchers now. All right, so there's still some decent names here. Caleb McQuirk. I like that. He's already got 4 pitches that are pretty developed. He's a ground ball pitcher, 65 stamina. Let's plug him in and see what we see. I think that's probably the pick. I mean, I don't have to take a pitcher here, but you know, you don't want to tilt one way or the other, right? We were so batter heavy in the last draft, but I don't want to tilt the other direction and not have any pitchers in our minor leagues here. So I don't mind Ernesto Prieto. Got that contact, home run power. But I think we'll go Caleb Mulaton McQuirk. 6'7", 215-pound right-hander out of Georgia, or left-hander rather, out of Georgia Tech. You're going to take McQuirk. Prieto's still there. I think now is a good time to take him. He's 21 years old. I don't know. He's rated 80 overall, 70 home run power, 60 eye and discipline. He goes to the United States Merchant Marine Academy. Corner outfielder, probably a left fielder with those ratings, but that's fine. Really underdeveloped, but doesn't. I mean, he's a junk baller, right? 86 to 88, 65 movement, 70 potential control. Changeup never develops. So he does have the high work ethic, but I don't know if I'm ready to take him there. Yeah, still a lot of offensive talent in this draft. John Yeatman, man, if they spelt it Y-E-E-T, I would have taken him. Right? Like that's the meme pick. Pat Gambale is a catcher who can't really catch. Chris Lukes, 60 ability. That's not terrible. I don't mind Lukes, a 21-year-old catcher. Sure. Bercume, Jeff Bercume Jr. I think we take him with the 70. Bonus demand of $5 million, but I think we've got it, so I'm not worried about the cost. Corey Music. That's a name. Let's look at fielding ratings. What do we got? Jeremy Kennedy, low adaptability. Chris Boucher. Good ability, but he's just bad at the game of baseball. Same with David Luna. Same with Kobos. These guys are, well, I mean, Kruger's not awful. 70 ability, 40 contact. I mean, it's not great. In fact, it is kind of bad, I should say. Oviedo Cabrera looks all right. Infield range, we got Eddie Foster, Kevin Howard. Yeah, none of these guys are any good. And none of them have high work ethic, which is even more disturbing. Let's go to individual pitch potential. Saldana isn't awful. I mean, he's got 3 pitches. His changeup doesn't develop, but he's the kind of player that I will draft and hope the TCR grabs a hold of him and does something with the again, another one with the changeup that won't develop. So that's a little misleading with that 75 changeup. I'm still, you know what? I mean, those are not terrible ratings for an 18-year-old. I'm going to take him. Changeup probably never develops, but I'm going to take him. Carrasco, no. Caruth, high work ethic, 19-year-old, sure. Nelson Santoyo's really bad. Back to batters. Actually, let's look at pitchers. Let's look at batting potential for pitchers and see if there are any two-way guys. There are not. Okay. That's fine. Bubba Marcicano. Decent ratings, I guess. Any power bats left? No, not particularly. Josh Krebs, we can take him, a first baseman with high work ethic. Ernesto Barrios is a catcher who can't catch. Take Blake. He's got high work ethic. At least has some power and a batting eye. This draft went downhill relatively quickly, didn't it? Dan Atkins. He has no position, but high work ethic and 65 potential gap power looks all right. A.L. Naylor. High school senior, sure. Fielding ratings. We can take Butcher here, I think. He's 20, super underdeveloped for a 22-year-old, but who knows? Maybe those are the kind of players the AI, and we can take Kobos here, kind of players the AI values, and maybe we can sell them for a handful of millions of dollars. Anderson Standridge. Parents put an extra D in there. Sean Butler will take him. We'll take Arama just because he's the best defensive center fielder left. Berge, we can take him. Those are decent ratings. A good right fielder. I don't know that he's ever going to hit, but... And we're going to let the AI make the last pick, as is tradition. All right, so there we go. We're 48-40. Called up a couple of bats. Brought up Chris Escobar to be our starting center fielder going forward. He hit really well this year in high A and double A. He's not going to run much, but pretty good bat. And then we called up Aiden Miller, who I think was our oldest draft pick, 2026. Comes up now after a couple of years in the minors. He's going to get the start in left. It's going to be a little rough at first, I think, but 50-50-60 is passable in left field when you have a 65 in center. And yeah, I mean, I would like to replace Mercedes at some point too, but I don't really have anybody out in right field who has that arm. That was Melendez. But it's, I mean, he's a captain. That's my only problem, is that he's a captain. So I might have to put him back on the team just because he's a captain. And then, you know what? I think this is what I'm going to do. Where is he? Tyler Gentry. Hitting 188. He's going to go down. And then Melendez is going to be back. Okay, we'll see if he clears waivers. And then I can at least bat him maybe against righties. Yeah, that might be what we do. So let's just do this real quick. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it, guys. So I will be back either at the end of the season with another post-mortem, or it might be a playoff run. So hopefully we'll see you in the middle of September rather than at the end of September. Be right back. All right. We are back, and we're back a little bit early, and that's a good thing. We are 9 games up in the AL Central. We are 85 and 65. It's been, again, weird. 8-15 in April, and then we went 38-19 over our next 57. That's a 667 winning percentage. It's a 120 win pace. Then we went 15-10 in July, and then we went 10-16 in August, and now we're 16-5 in September. It's been very up and down, but it has equated to an 85 and 65 mark. '85 and 65 mark with, 12 games left. We have a 9-game lead, so it looks like we are going to make the playoffs for the first time. Again, it's been all about the pitching. The defense has gotten better. Offense has been a little better. Aiden Miller and Chris Escobar have been really exactly what we needed. Escobar's given us a 350 on base percentage, 1.5 WAR. He's getting on base at a pretty good clip. He's playing a above average center field for us as well. Aiden Miller, you can see hitting 312, putting up an 824 OPS. The ratings spiked once we got him into the majors. Those ratings against lefties are just fantastic. Really good against righties, too. So those two guys have made a huge difference for us since calling them up. We have suffered a couple of injuries. Mendieta, losing him for the year, hurts. Melendez is day-to-day for another day, and then Miller is day-to-day with a sprained thumb, but we're going to let him play through it. So I just wanted to bring everybody back as we sim the rest of the season and get to our first postseason opportunity. We had just lost 3 in a row. So we had won 12 straight games, 4 3-game losing streak to Cleveland. But we win here 6-1. We get 2 hits, 3 RBIs from Witt, 3 hits from Escobar. Edgel, 14-5 now. 8-1 win. Quaystad on the mound. Escobar, another 2-hit, 2 RBI game. Miller, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Stewart, Muncy, Mercedes. Offense is finally clicking. Quaystad is 13-11. And our magic number should be pretty small, too. A magic number of 2 at this point. There's a loss. We still only need 2 wins. A couple players retire. That's fine. Let's get this division title locked down here, guys. 8-4, and there we go. So it took us until year 6. We win 8-4. 2 RBIs for Escobar, Jensen, and Miller. Sarantola, 5 shutout. And we not only do we make the playoffs, but we clinch the division with about 8 or 9 games left. So, yeah, let's just get through the rest of the season. We did it, and we got an opportunity to win a title and see if we can put this playthrough to bed. Not that I want to put it to bed. Obviously I'd like to see some of the players that we draft develop, but if we win, we win, and then we'll go from there and figure out what we got to do next. A couple straight losses. Again, every month we're getting some bumps in ratings for some players. Aiden Miller continues to get better. A lot of growth in the minor leagues. Tim McLean was our top pick. He's out for 5 months, but you can see the infield range is already up to a 70. I don't know how much long. I don't know if we're going to win it all this year, but if we don't, McLean will be a part of that future here really, really soon. Dylan Bathgate was a second-round pick in 2027. Moved him up to A-ball around the deadline, and because of that glove and his bat had developed, so he's starting to come along too. Prieto was our second-round pick this year. Average is light, but he's hitting for some pops. So, yeah, things are looking pretty good for us. Things are looking pretty good for us. We just now need to sim the rest of the season, and then we can get to the postseason. We're taking on Seattle. What do we have? 6 games left. We're 88 and 68. Is that 4 losses in a row now? 3 in a row, and 4 out of 5. 3 in a row and 4 out of 5. We lose again. Huh. I don't like the way the season is ending. That's for sure. There we go. I'd like to get to 90. Getting to 90 wins would be nice. Mercedes 3 for 3, 3 RBIs. Muncy scores 3 runs. Brooks, who's pitching today? Are we going to be the wild card? 89 and 71, 89 and 70. No, if we can finish with a better record than the Yankees, we won't have to play in that wild card round. So we do want Edgel to pitch today. Okay, that's important. Getting that win. Guzman and Lastras homer. Quaystad going today. 90 and 72. All right, so are we going to finish? Excellent. We get the bye. Fantastic. So that'll give us a chance to keep our starters fresh. So we are going to go with 4-man rotation. We're going to pull out Murphy Brooks. I kind of just want to leave everything the way it is. I mean, maybe bring some of these guys in a little bit earlier. Jose Ferrer, avoid high leverage. Mop up. Murphy Brooks can be middle relief. Long relief. Do we need to make any changes to our roster? I don't think so. Gentry, Guzman, no. Dugno, 9. Nope, we don't need to make any changes. Curtin hurt again, huh? He ended up having a good year. Ended up having a really good year. He's probably our starting first baseman next year. That'll give us a really good defensive infield. All right. I'm going to get to the next round. Who are we taking on? We are taking on the New York Yankees. So let's look at... The Yankees finished 89-73. They have 3 starting pitchers that are out with injury. One of them being Shohei. Ooh, that's brutal. I didn't play that much this year for him. He was out most of the year. Okay. They got a really good offense, though. A lot of home runs. 199 home runs. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to win. And we got the pitching staff to do it. We certainly have the pitching staff to do it. Let's make sure we have the pitching staff set properly. We're going with Edgel. He is ready to go. So it'll be J. Paul Watkins against Chris Edgel. And we win 2-1. So we win our first playoff game. We get 2 hits and an RBI from Jensen. Edgel goes 6. I don't want him pitching like at all. I have avoid high leverage. I don't want Ferrer or Kroll pitching in high leverage at all in the postseason. All right, so Spencer Strider now. who was 16-11, 278 against Dylan Quaystad. Series is tied at 1. They beat us 1-0. You got a run in the 6th, an RBI from Jason Dominguez. 11 strikeouts for Quaystad's not enough. Game 3, Christian Little against Grayson Rodriguez. We got to do internationals. I'm doing this, and we could end up winning the whole thing, and it may not matter. But we got a ways to go before we get there, so I'm not counting those chickens. Batters. What do we got? Albert Castelhija. Guardardo is an absolutely awful fielder, but excuse me. Now some good bats in this one. Not some great gloves, but some great bats rather. All right, so game 3. It's a big one. Big one. Christian Little against Grayson Rodriguez. The Yankees take a 2-1 lead. They beat us 4-3 in 11. We get 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Stewart. Did Witt get hurt? Excellent. Little goes 6 2/3. All right, well, we got to win 2 straight games. One with Sarantola on the mound, and then if we get back to game, he's out for 4 weeks. That's not good. All right, so what do? I think we do Aiden Miller at third. So we need a left fielder. I would say Vaquero. We go Muncy. I think we go. We need bats. That's part of the problem. So I think we'll go Melendez at DH. No, we'll stick with Melendez in left. That's fine. We're gonna move Miller up to third, and then Sal. Oh, do we just stick Jensen in? Yeah, we'll just stick Carter Jensen in at first. Stewart play left? Yeah, he can. Alright, so we'll do that. And just move everybody down one. Something like that, I guess. Alright, well, that hurts. Alright, Sarantola against Dan Evans, who's not particularly young. So, see if we can force a game 5. We can. We win 6-0. Sarantola. 5 2/3 shutouts. Hunt and Guzman homer. 5 RBIs for Blake Hunt. So we are going to get a game 5 at home with our ace on the mound. Chris Edgel against Watkins. A rematch of game 1. Can we advance? I don't have any idea. That's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. We advance. We win 4-3. And we move on to the American League Championship Series. Diego Guzman named the MVP. 333 with a couple of home runs. Edgel goes 6, strikes out 10, and we advance. Fantastic. What do we got now? The Houston Astros. 94-68, best record in the American League. Best offense in the American League. Not a great pitching staff, not a great defense. They mashed their way to victories. Yeah, Ryan Clifford 30 and 100, Jose Altuve 30 and 100, Alberto Hernandez hit 30 home runs. That's a really, really good offense. They've got some injuries on the pitching side too. That's not a great pitching staff. A first baseman is the top overall prospect in the game. Interesting. It's good offense. Good offense, but I don't know. We'll see. They were 4-2 against us this year. Game 1, Hunter Brown against Dylan Quaystad, and we win 1-0 and we lose Escobar for 2 weeks. Ugh. not good. Not good at all. So we'll do that, I guess. We win. I mean, a win's a win. I don't care how we win, but we win. Miller, 2 hits and an RBI. Muncy, an RBI. Melendez, an RBI. Quaystad goes 6 1/3. Game 2, as we look to take a commanding 2-0 series lead. Little and Krismat. Series is tied at 1. They beat us 7-4. Tommy Edman, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Altuve with a home run. Guzman has 3 hits. Guzman made 2 errors. Little gave up 2 earned runs in 5. It's okay. We still have home field advantage here as we go to Game 3. Angel Macare against Sarantola. And we take a 2-1 series lead with a 13-2 walloping of the Astros at home. Jensen 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. Guzman with another home run. Miller 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Melendez 2 hits. There we go. You like to see that. Sarantola only goes 4 1/3. The rest of our bullpen pitches well enough. When you have an 11-run lead, it's easy to pitch well enough. All right, Avery Short against Chris Edgell. This is a game we need. We need to win the games with Edgell on the mound, and we don't. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Losing a game with Edgell pitching is a problem. That's one that we really needed, I think. All right, series tied at 2. So they take home field back. We got Quaystad against Brown, and we're going to have to win 2 straight games in Houston, and I don't know if that's going to be possible. We're without 2 of our best players, so we will see how it goes. We got Little on the mound for Game 6, and we force a Game 7. We score a run in the first. We score 4 in the top of the 7th. Aiden Miller with a 2-run single has 3 RBIs in the game. Vaquero homers, drives in a pair. And it's going to force a Game 7. We got Sarantola on the mound against Macare. Can we win and move on to the World Series? We can. Wow. 9-8. Did not see that coming. Max Muncy, Rule 5 guy, named the playoff or the series MVP. A 7-run second inning for the Royals, and we score a run in the 9th. To hold on. Mercedes with an RBI single. Jensen 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Wow. All right. We're going to the World Series to take on the Washington Nationals. All right, how long are we without? So we're without Escobar for a week, and we're without Witt for 2 weeks. All right, so we likely don't have either of these guys for the entirety of the rest of the playoffs. They went 99-63. Second best offense, second best pitching staff. It's a good team. Without Jeff Gray, he'll be back in full. Oof. Oh my God. $403 strikeouts. Well, we're going to have to face him. He's only out for 4 days. Oh, may return after World Series. Wow. Look at that. 80 fastball, 80 slider, 80 forkball, 80 changeup. Have you ever seen a pitcher this good? I have never seen a pitcher this good. Holy. He's a sidearm guy. What year was that? 2026. Who did we take in the 2026 draft? Quaystad. We took him 4th. All right. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Quaystad's been good. Quaystad's been really good. 3 straight 200-plus strikeout seasons, back-to-back 200 strikeout years. He's given us, 14, 15 WAR in 3 seasons. So certainly not going to complain, but oh my gosh, that guy's good. All right. Well, game one, we don't have to face him. He's out. So game one is Edgel. Is he healthy? Yep. Edgel against Cole Henry, game one. Goes to the Nats. They beat us 4-1. Edgel hasn't been great in the postseason. 1-2 with a 4-3. All right. We do need, if we win game two, we take home field advantage, though. Oh, we are down 2-0. We scored first. They scored 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Robert Hassel, 3 for 4. Quaystad, 4 runs and 7. All right. Series isn't over, though, until somebody, well, series doesn't really shift until somebody wins on the road. And Washington just won on the road. They crushed us 10-1. All right, well, can we pull a Red Sox and win 4 straight? We cannot. We get swept. Wow. That was unceremonious. We lose in the World Series. But, guys, that's growth. That is growth. Let's just quickly do this. Let's finish off the season. We get swept, but we make the World Series. We make the playoffs for the first time. We win 90 games for the first time. We make the World Series for the first time. We are not far off. We have the offensive talent is starting to catch up with the pitching talent, and we are close. So, I'm going to have to do some stuff with some players. We had our scout leave. We had some other personnel leave, so I'll have to sign some players, but I'll probably do that. You guys don't need to watch me do that. I will probably do that in between episodes, and that's going to be that. So we finish 90-72. We make the World Series. Yeah, we got another year or two before fan interest is at a 58. Are you kidding me? We just made the World Series. Give me a break. I am going to bump ticket prices 75 cents. See if we can draw a little bit more money. We got a lot of arbitration cases. We can save some money there. Farah and Melendez are both free agents. We will bid them adieu. Yeah, and we've got some young players that are ready to come up and take some additional responsibility. So, guys, it's gonna do it. And yeah, until we talk again, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Take care. Bye bye.